calendula is incredible medicine, as are you for the world. And making your own calendula salve is so easy. I'm so excited to share with you how we do it, and also some other fun ingredients that we put in, as well as a few other things we do with calendula to make medicine. So from the top, there's so much more to share. Enjoy our hour-long amazing calendula webinar, go diving into the medicinal components. But she is so healing. Think of her as like topical. You've got a bruise, some kind of contusion. It will just anti-inflammatory and help bring blood to that area so it more quickly heals. Is the shortest of the stories. So yes, Calendula Salve is incredible. And first you need to make an infused oil. So what are the keys to infusing oil? You need a jar, you need really high quality oil, and you need, you need calendula, the blossoms themselves. So let's talk. All calendula are medicinal, it's true. Some are more medicinal than others. At Fruition, we share a particular variety called resina, as in resin, R-E-S-I-N, and then A at the end, resina. Some people also say resina, tomato, and she is just chock full of medicinal resins. Calendula is also an edible flower, but not resina. You'll be like, she's so sticky in your teeth, sticky with medicinal resins. So yes, if you want to be growing calendula to make medicine specifically, go ahead and get yourself resina calendula. And you want to harvest them in the morning. And the blossoms, when they're 2/3 of the way open, is ideal. In the morning, but after the dew has evaporated, because then you want to dry them and put them into your jar. If you are picking them fresh and then covering them with your oil, that oil, it will very quickly become rancid and it won't have the shelf life. So it's really important that you at least wilt for a day, if not dry for a week, these lovely flowers. And then put them in your jar and you'll simply cover them with oil. And you can cover them with any oil, it's true. Because our skin is our largest organ, I love to have it be really high quality oil that I would want to eat and not just be a superficial situation, because our bodies are going to be incorporating it as not just a superficial situation. So I'm really grateful we have some great friends at Stony Brook, Wholehearted Foods right here in the Finger Lakes. And these are other farmers down in Penn Yan, the Martins of Lakeview Organics, and they grow these amazing sunflowers for seed, and Stony Brook presses them for oil, so it's organic sunflower seed oil from just over that hill. We're so grateful. So from here, I will simply just cover all of these flowers in oil. And now I'll let this steep for 4 weeks. And I'm going to, cover the flowers with oil. I'm going to make sure that as the days go by that they're all submerged beneath the oil. So that might mean that I shake the jar a few times. But it's a really, really, really beautiful just moon cycle. And I love to also put a label on it. I am so actually not good at this, but I do love if you also have our Across the Seasons calendar. This is a wonderful way to track such things as well. So you can see it's actually a glorious day in early November. So here we have, we harvested spinach and beets and started the oil infusion. So here I'll make a note for myself to, you can also let it steep way more than 4 weeks. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's 2 or even 3 months. But the sooner you can get it out, the better, because this material, it could very easily go rancid or just, other things might happen. So it's no big deal if it's 6 weeks or 8 weeks. Just make sure that after 4 weeks, you're not gaining any additional medicinal benefit from it. So once you strain out that beautiful oil from these beautiful blossoms, then it's time to make the salve. And I do want to mention that if you simply want to put this oil on your body, that's fabulous too. The medicine is here. And so I often will just take the oil and I love to just put it on my body. So that's amazing. But if you want it to become a thick, bona fide salve, here's the thing. You'll want to combine it with beeswax. Oh yes, it smells so good. And so you'll combine it with beeswax in a double boiler. So here's a little kind of double boiler situation. You have one pot that's a little larger. You'll put an inch or so of water in this, and then you'll nest this other pot inside with a lid on it. And in this upper lid, you'll put your beeswax. And I confess, we get some from our neighbor, which is so wonderful. And then I just ran out. But a friend last year had come to visit and left us with a beautiful gift of a bunch of 100% pure beeswax candles. So I started making medicine out of some of them. Okay, who knows what gift you'll bring when you come to visit us and how else I'll use it. I hope you do come one day. And who knows what I'll send you home with. But so I would take, I'll with a knife cut the wax off of the candlestick, and I'll put it in the double boiler and gently bring heat to the base. So as the water is warming up, it's really, you could very easily burn and otherwise just like destroy your pans with wax directly on that heat. So the double boiler of the water in here with the wax inside allows that wax to melt beautifully. And I'd put this infused oil right inside. And so that way I'm combining them. Once that wax is a liquid, suddenly I have this beautiful, beautiful liquid that you can put into whatever vessel you like. I love to reuse all my salve bottles. It's true, I've had many of them for more than 2 decades. And I clean them, but then I just keep using them, and they're wonderful. So you pour that liquid into your vessel just below the top, and it will solidify. And the proportion of wax to oil is this: 1 ounce of beeswax to 4 ounces of oil. And so with that 1 ounce of wax, 4 ounces of oil, it's really hard. You'll pour it into this vessel as a liquid. It's hard to, you won't double check yourself until you pour it in. So that's the proportion that I love, that looks like this. But don't hesitate. If you like it to be a little thicker, if you like it to be a little thinner, go ahead and play on your own. Part of the magic of this medicine is making it yours and not letting the confines, the constructs of the world determine what is healing for you. So you can make a straight calendula oil. You can also, as my friend Geraldine at Suntrap Botanicals, she combines lots of different things, and I love that. It's like the synergy, it's like democracy. More perspectives means more perspective. So the things that I love to combine in this calendula oil is calendula, a few flowers of arnica. I also love to throw in marshmallow root and chamomile flowers, as well as plantain leaves. So those are all just, oh my gosh, there's so much more to share. But the key is this: the sky is the limit, and your healing is why you're doing this. And it's healing to just be part of the process, right? But keep in mind, those constituents, they love to be in good company. So in the same way that we love to hang out with friends, so do our herbal allies as well. So a few other things that we do with calendula: I love to put it in fire cider as well. Fire cider, check out our whole webinar on fire cider too. And it's just a wonderful lymphatic mover and just helps emollient both our topical skins, but also our internal beings as well. So, oh my gosh, I didn't mention until now. Check it out. If you haven't already seen, Fruition is making all of these beautiful growing guides. And so there are many pages of how to sow, cultivate, harvest all kinds of things, vegetables, plants of all kinds, including flowers and herbs too. So you'll find our calendula growing guide, and it includes not only how to grow, but also how to make medicine as well. So they're beautiful PDFs that you can easily print off too, and I hope that you do. So enjoy making your calendula salve, friends. It is such a joy to grow calendula and harvest it. I love every single step of the journey, and I look so forward to hearing what yours is like too.